Welcome back, everybody, to another great episode of Cooking with Rico Show. I got live guests in the audience once again, everybody. I am ready, so hey, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe, let everybody know your boy Rico is cooking something up in his kitchen, right? So make sure you get ready. I got a great one for you today. Let's go. All right, so guess what I'm making today? You're gonna like this. Lamb chops, honey, parsley, garlic, and some seasoning. Marinated, 24 hours, that's what you wanna do. Or you can actually marinate it for 1 hour. We're gonna have a side of lemon dill rice. Can't go wrong with that. All right, let's get it on. Here we go with the ingredients, everyone. So I'm gonna have 2 cups of dill rice, because we're gonna start off with the rice first, because that kind of cooks and we want that to settle. 2 cups of rice. We're gonna actually have 1 cup of lemon juice. I'm gonna do some zest. So we're gonna actually have a little bit of zest to add that flavor in there. And then also I'm gonna throw some dill, of course, to give that green taste. So I'm gonna maybe throw a tablespoon just to make sure when I'm going through it, I wanna make sure that you at least get that Mediterranean look, that green look in regards to the dill rice. Of course, onions to make you cry. Yep, you gotta have the onions to make you cry. So I'm gonna chop up some onions to make sure that goes along with it as well. So that's what it is. Then we're gonna add a little, you can add a touch of salt if you want to, but for me, I'm gonna actually just let all the other flavors like the lemon, I love limon, so it's gonna be nice. So if you wanna add a little bit of salt to it, please do so. Let's get it on. Let's start off with some zest. Let's get some zest going on in our lives. So I'm gonna actually grate a little bit of zest here, get that going. Now remember, the zest is gonna actually just give you a nice little touch to it. So just make sure you do the whole zest, the whole lemon, the whole zest, I like that too, right? Make sure you got that going there. Till you get to close to the white. Now, if you want a little bit more zest, then do 2 lemons as well. So it's really up to you, but I'm just gonna do 1 for the time being. It may not seem like there's actually a lot, but the lemon zest actually gives you a nice kick to it. So if you really love lemons, then go for 2 or go for 3 if you like. So for me, I'm just gonna give a nice light touch because of the rice itself. You wanna give it a nice little touch there. Get in there, the rest of it. So that's the little zest that we're gonna actually use here. All right, put this to the side. Now it's time to start crying. Onions! Yes, so I'm gonna actually dice up some onions here. All right, get the film and everything off of it. I know my guest loves onions. Yeah, they like onions too. So that's why I did it. Let's get it on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it in big slices right now. Now when you actually have, you know, the whole onion like in kind of an oval, so then what you're gonna do is you're gonna just start, you know, dicing it up, get into a little. So never let them see you cry unless you're cooking. Then the other means you're more passionate about your food. It means like, oh my God, he really loves his onions. And they love you too. Woo. My guest's probably laughing at you right now. He's crying over the food. I hope the tears doesn't drop in the onions. All right, so now let's actually start cooking our onions. So I'm gonna turn up our heat to medium. I'm gonna let that actually come up for a little bit and get hot. Put a little olive oil on the bottom of the pan. I'm gonna let that pan get hot. So I'm gonna add in my onions. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna saute my onions for at least 1 minute. Make sure that the olive oil is all over and covered on the onions. You don't want to brown the onions because remember this is dill rice, so you want to still have that nice little light color. Now we're going to add in the rice. We're actually going to do 2 cups of rice. And we're going to see how, as you can see right now, that the rice is changing its color. And it's changing its color as it gets a little bit of a lighter color, more white. Smells so good. Love rice, especially with onions and meat. So now I'm going to add in the rest of the ingredients. That means I'm going to add in the zest. I'm going to add in 4 cups of water because we're using 2 cups of rice. We're going to add in 2 tablespoons of dill. So I'm going to actually use the dill to actually color that. So let's add in our water. All right, get that going. We're going to add in our lemon juice. Then we're going to add in our zest. This one. It's definitely going to be a lot of lemon. And we're going to add in next our dill. So I'm going to actually do 2 tablespoons of dill here. Now I'm actually going to stir this around to get that flavor. So I'm gonna let this simmer maybe 15 to 20 minutes. We'll see how it turns out. So make sure you cover and let that simmer. I'm gonna add a little bit more dill to it. Spread that around. Wow, it smells so good. Can y'all smell that over there?
Yes.
Yes? Awesome, awesome. And there you have it. Okay, we're gonna let that sit. And that should be ready to go. All right, so now let's get it on with lamb chops. I love lamb chops. We're gonna have a great time marinating these lamb chops. You know why? Because there's garlic in there, forget about it, right? And then we're gonna add some honey to it. We're gonna add a little bit of parsley as well too, and we're gonna have some soy sauce, like 2 tablespoons. So, yeah, I have 3, but there's gonna be more that I'm actually cooking for this video. But I want you to understand that lamb cooks really fast. So, but we're gonna marinate this, and I'm gonna put the marinade together. First thing is that I'm gonna season. So I have a little bit of Montreal seasoning. So I'm only gonna do one side. I'm not doing both sides because the marinade is gonna actually take over, you know, as far as the seasoning. So I'm gonna lightly season, basically just one side of the lamb chops, 1 tablespoon of garlic, minced garlic. Honey, I'm gonna actually do 2 tablespoons of honey. Then I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons soy sauce. Then I'm gonna add some parsley, probably about a tablespoon, just enough to cover. Now normally for the lamb chops, if you wanted to just add salt, you can add salt and pepper if you wish, but for me, I prefer not to. I like to add a little bit of steak seasoning to give it a little bit more of a zest. All right, and there you have it. It's ready to go. So now let's put this in a bag. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to put each one of the actual lamb chops in a nice little Ziploc bag. Nice and snug. Then I'm gonna add in the marinade. Do not worry about if you didn't get enough of all of the garlic. You have enough garlic from the actual tablespoon of minced garlic. Zip that up. What you gotta also do is make sure that the air, there's not a lot of air that's in the bag. And make sure, shake it. Rub the marinade in there really well. And now it's actually ready. Put that in the fridge for at least 1 hour to 24 hours. And then you're ready to cook. Cast iron love. Lamb chops, I'm gonna do 4 at a time. So I'm gonna turn it up to medium heat. And I'm gonna let that actually get hot. And then I'm gonna start and put in the butter, 2 tablespoons of butter, and maybe 1 tablespoon of olive oil. So of course, we're gonna actually have a lot of, as far as with cast iron, it's gonna absorb a little bit of the oil. So I might have to put in a little bit more oil, but because of the marinade, it's gonna all soak in. So you'll see that as we cook. Now we're only gonna be cooking both sides for at least 10 minutes, or unless it's, getting really brown right away. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons first of butter. I'll let that melt. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of olive oil. Now I'm gonna add in the lamb. We're gonna do the first flip. Look at that. And it's okay if your lamb does not get like flat. It's okay with lamb chops because some of them might bulge up a little bit. As long as you have another like a sear, a sear to the surface of it, that's good. You'll be all right. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually bring over our first layer. And if they break apart, that's good because now it's even better. Final touches, everybody. Now that we actually have the lamb, we already have the lamb like seared, but of course I told you I was gonna make more so you can actually make more for the family. So, here's the last bowl. Oh my God, why does food have to look and taste so good? Well, my guest will be the judge of that. So, look at that. You want your lamb to be juicy. So juicy. And a nice char taste because cast iron skillets are the best. Just look at that. Wow. Now we have the dill rice. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to actually bring this rice, right? I'll pick this up. gonna add some lemon on top of it. Just a little bit more. Now it's time to serve our guests. We'll see what they say. Ladies, here we go. So you have lamb, honey lamb, parsley, garlic, and lemon dill rice. Enjoy. Let me know what you think.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
I can't even talk.
It's really good.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So good.
It's delicious.
That's
Absolutely
awesome.
delicious. I've never had lamb chops like this.
No?
No.
That's awesome.
The flavor.
It is
Yeah.
so good.
The flavor is really good.
Does the honey give you a little bit of an accent to the lamb? A little
Yeah,
bit?
you taste a little sweetness.
It's really good. I've never had honey before on meat.
Oh, really?
No, it's really good.
That's awesome. So what do you think about the dill rice? Have you had dill rice Mediterranean style before?
No, I don't think so.
No?
Mm-mm. I've had Mediterranean rice, but not
Not with the
I don't
dill?
remember the dill. Yeah,
Okay.
it's very good though.
Awesome.
I don't even like rice, but I like this rice.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, the onions give it a good kick. The lemon and the onions.
It's like when you're with someone, you're like, stop talking so I can eat.
I want to thank you guys so much for being on Cooking with Rico show today. I hope you guys learned a lot in regards to lamb chops as well as lemon dill rice. It was awesome today. I want to thank my guests, Soraya and Bianca, for being on the show and also my crew. But make sure to subscribe to my channel, Cooking with Rico show. I'll see you guys on the next episode and let's do it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. There you go.
That one's perfect. That's perfect.
That was
Okay.
good?
Yes.
Okay.
Now we can start cooking.
Cut! Where's my dill rice? Alright, cut. Alright. Okay, you can cut. Oh my god! I'm crying! Alright, so now I think they're ready to see, hold on.
Is that better for you?
That'll be where you want to end.
Okay.
Don't talk until you get there.
Can I talk now?
Hi, I'm Soraya, and I had a fabulous time at the Rico cooking show.
No, Cooking with Rico show.
Cooking with Rico show. Hi, I'm.
Wait.
Okay, sorry.
Go.
Hi, I'm Soraya, and I had a fabulous time with the Cooking with Rico show.
Cooking with Rico.
show.
Cooking with Rico.
No, Cooking with Rico show. With Rico. Cooking with Rico.
Okay.
Cooking with Rico show.
1,
Okay.
2, 3.
Hi, I'm Soraya, and I had a fabulous time cooking with the Rico show. You gotta be right. Hi, right? Hi, I'm Soraya. I had a fabulous time at the Cooking with Rico show. Hi, I'm Soraya. I had a fabulous time on the Cooking with Rico show. Yeah! Fabulous.